Hi FlossTube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today it is the 20th of July 2022 and this is FlossTube number 29. Welcome to my channel, which is mostly about cross stitch. If I have anything to do with life or anything like that, I will leave it until the end so that you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to. It's very warm here today, not as warm as it has been, but I'm going to leave that until the end because I'm going to have a little rant. Abby and I have just been to our nearest bigger town because she wanted to pay some money into the bank and we don't have any banks here anymore. So it's kind of a bit pants, to be honest. And it was so much hotter there. So much hotter. We're on the coast, we've been quite lucky. So anyway, let's get to the stitching because that's what you're here for, isn't it? And I am sorry, I keep moving the rattling the laptop, whatever. I don't know. It's too hot. Right, so I have 4 finishes. Yeah, 4 finishes. Can you believe it? 4. I also have a new start. I have a few whips. I have plans, and I also have somewhere a teeny bit of haul. So we will get started with the finishes. So my first finish is this one. Oops, sorry for the glare. And it's Blackbird Designs All in a Row, which if you've been here before you'll know that I was stitching it with my lovely friend Lainey for our BBD sal on a Saturday evening. I've put all my threads away so I can't show you them, but I stitched this in mostly call for colours with just a few DMC substituted for the ones that I didn't have. And I stitched this on 35 count platinum linen by Zweigart, and there is my finish. I have to say this wasn't one of my favourites, but it is still very pretty. I made a mistake and I couldn't work out where I'd made that mistake, so I just left it and fudged it. It's these flowers here, and I missed a stitch off, and by the time I realised, I thought no, I just can't be bothered to take it out, so I left it. So that's my first finish, and then sorry, excuse me. My next finish, I'm so sorry. Just typical that that's going to happen when I've just started filming. So my next finish is from Blackbird Designs Home for the Holidays, and it's this one here, Christmas Garden, which I was stitching on a Tuesday night with Barb and Mouse. Barb was stitching this, Mouse was stitching Oh Joyous Day. She's been stitching that one. And I stitched this. Oh, sorry. It would be the bottom one, wouldn't it, that I decide to do next. I stitched this all in DMC, and it's stitched on 36 count latte from Foxglove and Lace Linens. And there we are, all finished. I am so happy with this, and this, as I've said before, my laptop camera does not show things very well. Even if I had a light on and stuff, it's not great. It's not a very good resolution. So I think you may remember the last time I filmed I was debating on how to personalise this. So in the end I went for, this is my dad. That's his dad, his mum. And then, where are they? Over here we have his brother and his sister. And the strange thing is, I always knew, obviously, that my uncle's given first name was not the one that he was known by. He was known by his middle name. Now my auntie, it wasn't until her funeral that I knew that her first name wasn't the name that she was known by. She was also known by her middle name. So yeah, that's dedicated to my dad, his parents and his siblings. I am absolutely delighted with this, and I'm looking for a frame. I think I'm going to frame it myself. So I'm going to have to get a custom frame for that one. And I still have, I've got quite a bit of fabric left at the bottom, which obviously will get cut off, and I'll use that for something else. And then my next finish is this one with Thy Needle and Thread Winter Rose Manor, which was my birthday start. Thoroughly enjoyed stitching this. Really, really loved it. And it's stitched using most of the call for colours. I did substitute one or two on 40 count vintage country mocha. And there we have it. Again, can't show you the threads because but this colour here doesn't show up very well. It is a little more vibrant than that. But I absolutely loved this. So thank you to those of you who stitched along with me for my birthday. I'm already thinking about what my next one's going to be. So yeah, absolutely love that. And I'm going to give this chart away as well. I wouldn't normally, but I will explain why at the end. So that's my third finish. I've been on a bit of a roll actually, and there won't be any more for ages probably. And then my final finish, and again I've put the chart away so I can't show you it. It's Barrick Designs Dreaming Queen Bee from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, Spring 2022. And this is stitched on just an oddment of fabric. I think it's like a greeny colour. Could be a water lily actually, but I don't really know. I think water lily is quite greeny. And I used all the call for threads. Yeah, I did. All the call for threads, which again I've put away so I can't show you what they are. And that was my piece for July Cross Stitch Camp, hosted by Sherry the Colorado Cross Stitcher. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And I think I'm going to finish it into a drum. This will be the top. And then I've got some bee fabric, which I hope I've got enough of, so that I can do the sides and the bottom of that one. Right, so those are my finishes. So, of course, because I've had some finishes, I have had a new start, just the one up to now. And it is this one, which is Blackbird Designs What Remains. And Barb and Mouse are also stitching this. We're doing this again as our Tuesday night BBD sale. And I am stitching this with all the called for. How do they get in such a mess when I've hardly used them? So yeah, that's all the called for. Mixture of classic colourworks, Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Winter Moon Edinburgh linen from Zweigart. And that is my start from last night. Not that you can see the colours very well. These are Smyrnas, or however you pronounce them, in Rose Garden. And this little flower here is in Rose Garden. Doesn't show very well, but you can see what I've got done. So I'm hoping I've started in the right place. I was a bit lazy because there's no mark for the centre of the chart. So I thought, right, I'm going to start up here because I can't be bothered to find the centre. That's bad, isn't it? That's really, really bad. And I'm keeping that in my Penelope's Pockets project bag, which was my first one, and I absolutely love it. I hope you can hear me all right, because I kind of feel like I'm talking really, really quiet, but my throat is a bit sore. So I'm trying not to put too much strain on it. Oops. Sorry, let's try and get that in there. And then my next... Sorry, excuse me. My next whip, because I've finished Winter Rose Manor, this is going in its place, and it's Kathy Barrick, The Moons of 2022. And I was watching Catherine of Cat V Stitches. I've watched her whip parade and her chart parade, and she was saying, I can't remember who it was, somebody was just going to put the moons instead of the moons of 2022, so I think I might do that. Just count and alter it in there. And I'm stitching this on 25 count, I always get these mixed up, vintage marble, and I'm using the DMC threads, and that's in my big Bags Plus Floss buddy that Barb bought me. And what I have done, I did some on Sunday after I'd finished Winter Rose Manor, and then the past 2 days I have basically in an afternoon been sat in my living room watching FlossTube with my curtains closed and my StitchySally on doing this. So as you can see, I have got all the months done, all the moons done, and I've just got to do that last little bit of filling in that border at the bottom. So I've really been enjoying this. And I'm going to slow down once I get onto the bit at the top and the bottom. I'm going to slow down quite considerably on this. But it is nice to have it in my rotation properly now. And I know, like I say, I have done more on it because I've just been sat stitching in an afternoon. Because it's been too hot to do anything else. So that's that one. And then my next one, because I'd finished my Barbara Anna Dreaming Queen Bee, and obviously my next start for cross stitch camp isn't going to be until August. I thought I'll get one of my Manor pieces out again, and it's this one, Erica Michael's Ebenezer's Blessing, and this is what I'm stitching. I'm not doing, if you can see there the background, I'm not doing that. This one is actually stitched on silk gauze, but I'm not doing that because I don't think I could start again, Sally. I don't think I could see it. And there is also a berry, and you get the silk gauze in there to stitch the berry, but I don't think I'm going to do that one either. And these are the threads that I've pulled. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Manor by Picture This Plus. And that's where I'm at up to now. Do excuse the dangling thread, I didn't finish it off, I just left it. Sorry for the creases as well, you can't see that very well, but there we go. So I've got quite a bit done since I picked it up again. I finished this row here, I filled these in here, I filled this in, and I've started the bottom wording as well. So I'll just keep stitching on that until I start my next camp piece. And then my next, I'm so sorry. My next whip is Silver Creek Samplers Lost and Found, which I stitch on a Friday night with my lovely friend Barb. We stitch sheep on a Friday. And I'm using the Call for DMCs. And I'm stitching this on 25 count vintage sand by Swagat. And that's where I am. So as you can see, since the last time I filmed, I've finished stitching all the leaves and I've started on the wording again. And it was quite funny because I put a picture of this up on Facebook and Instagram and said I've finished stitching the leaves on the tree. And my lovely friend Sue commented and said, it looks like the sheep's eating the leaves from the end of the branch. And my reply was, oh bugger, I haven't finished stitching the leaves because I hadn't done these. So yeah, now they're done. And I love this piece. I think that sheep is just so adorable. What is that? And then sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. My next whip. I'm sorry, I'll just have to find. There isn't a cover page, but I'll remove that because that's the. Oh no, that's the actual chart as well. Let's remove that as well. Barbara Anna designs the Wing Dreams Mystery Cell, and all the parts are now out, which I think they were last time actually. And I'm stitching this in all the suggested threads, apart from the metallic. I'm not using the metallic because I don't have it and I'm not buying it just for that little bit. Don't have any suitables because I hate metallics. And this is being stitched on 32 count Colonial Blue by Swagat. It's Manor. And that's where I'm at. I've started on second wing here. Managed to get quite a bit done of it. But I can't wait to get onto the Dreaming Girl in the middle. The problem is, I stitched this on a Wednesday evening and we've been watching the Umbrella Academy Series 3. And it's very, very difficult to concentrate when the Umbrella Academy is on. So I may not get quite as much done as I would like. And I think we've still got quite a few episodes to go because we decided, well, we would quite like to have binge watched it, but we decided not to. So when the Sewing Bee was on, it was a case of we just got one watched, but now that's finished, we can get 2 watched. So I'm not quite sure how many more we've got. Sorry, I'm just going to try and put these away so that I don't have quite so much mess on the table because I wanted to get this done before dinner and I don't want to have too much to clear away. Right, my next and final whip, I think, is sorry for the rattling and everything. I'm just trying to get the chart out because sorry, the picture out, not the chart out. So this, I'm stitching this one. It's Modern Folk Embroidery Move Forward in Love Sal, the Pride Sal 2022. And this was my 1st of July start with my lovely friend Sue. I think Sue's stitching, was it a Bothy Threads kit, I think? Sorry, excuse me. So I'm stitching the monochrome version. And what I want to do once I finish that is stitch this middle bit separately. and I'm stitching it with DMC Colorist 4511, which I'm kind of, I like it, but I'm in two minds about it. But and this is on 25 count vintage sand by Zwagas, and that is where I am at. I do like the way this looks, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the birds in the colours that they are on the full colour one, rather than do them in this. I'm stuttering and stammering this morning, aren't I? I'm really sorry. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that one. Like that as well. I like everything I'm stitching at the moment. So that is all my whips. Just put this away again. Talk amongst yourselves while I put everything away. And that's in my Halloween bag that I won from Leslie Hurley. Very, very cute bag. I don't tend to put, as you can tell, I don't tend to put themes into my bags, you know, to match the bag, because otherwise I'd never use some of my bags. Right, let's have a look and see what's what. Plans. So I'm having a new start because I've finished All in a Row by Blackbird Designs, and I decided to have a bit of a break from the Garden Club series. I only have one more left to do, but I kind of just fancied a break. So I'm going to start, which should have been one of my Manor starts before I gave up, and it's Eleanor Rigby, and I'm going to do Eleanor Rigby rather than Sweet Baby. So I think I may well join in Marie's Sal with this as well, Stitches and Diamonds, I think. And I will have a look and make sure I'm right, but I think it's Stitch Beetles with Marie, the hashtag. And I am stitching this on I don't know where my piece of paper is with the, I think it's 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. Well, I know it's Vintage Country Mocha, but I think it's 32 count. And I am using all the call for threads, the fancy flosses, because I had them. I think I bought these when I got the chart, and then I'm using just BMC 3799 for the one that I didn't have. Thought I had it and then didn't. So that's going to be my new start on Saturday with Lainey. So that is all my plans, all my whips. I did say I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do for my birthday as a birthday start again, and I'm actually thinking of Modern Folk Embroidery Moonshine Cabin. Might do that, or I might do Plum Street Samplers. This is the day. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Right, we'll do haul now. So I've been waiting for Patchwork Rabbit to get this one back in. I did the email me when it comes back in. I cannot speak. And it's this one, Barbara Anna Designs Sailing Dreams. Living by the sea. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really. We don't have a lighthouse, but yeah. And because the chart can't travel alone, I also got Floral Dreams, which I love. Yeah, I'm really into the Dreaming Girls at the moment. I think I've only got one more though that I really want to get, because I wasn't so keen on Witch Dreams because it had a snake on it. I don't do snakes. I have a phobia. Even though I did stitch one on Scarlet House in the very beginning. So, I think I will do my giveaway now. So I'm going to work this up and just see if I can show you without showing the chart. So I'm going to give this away. It's with By Needle and Thread Winter Rose Manor. As I said before, I wouldn't normally have given it away. I would have sold it on. But somebody, some little birdie, did a flyby poop on it. And somehow I did not notice, because if I'd have noticed, I'd have wiped it off straight away. So it wasn't until I got it out the next time. I know this is too much information, isn't it? And nobody's probably going to want it because Freddie's pooped on it. It was... So I've tried to wipe it off the best I can, but I can just... There's just a little mark there. And I did try and wipe it off a bit too violently, and it's got a little hole in it. And then there's just little marks there, but it's not on sort of on the symbols or anything. So if you would like it, comment with the word needle. So if you comment with the word needle, I would very much like you to be a subscriber. Please don't say the word giveaway or free or anything like that, because I will have to delete your comments. And I'm really sorry, but this is going to have to be UK only. So please don't go in for it if you're outside of the UK, because if I then choose your name, find out that you're outside of the UK, I'm just going to have to say sorry, no. So yeah, if you would like this, comment with the word thread, and I'll use that to pick a winner with the random comment picker. So if you would like that, just use the word thread. Right. Right, so that's all the stitching and everything. Oh, excuse me. I don't feel like I've had a shower this morning. As I said earlier, it's been very, very hot here in the UK. We have broken the previous temperature records. Thankfully, I'm on the coast. We've had a bit of a breeze and everything, but it has been unbearable. I haven't opened the curtains for 2 days. I've opened the curtains to do this floss tube, basically, because otherwise too dark not to. But yeah, we have just had all the curtains closed, and because we had a bit of a breeze, we did also open the windows. Yesterday was hotter. Yesterday was horrendous. I think we definitely got over 30 yesterday, probably 30 or over 30. It has just been so awful, and the amount of people saying it's just summer, it's great, it's just summer. It's not. This is climate change, and it's not good. It is really not good. We do not see temperatures like this here, and there have been grass fires that have spread to people's houses. People have lost their homes. This is not how it should be. Our planet is burning, and not enough people care. Our governments don't care. It's just lip service to them. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then they do nothing. And I have got very emotional about this, because this is not how it should be. And what sort of a place are we leaving for our children and our children's children? Yeah, it's it's not right. These temperatures should not be happening. These, you know, even Spain, France, Portugal, it's not right. It's awful, absolutely awful. So yeah, that's my little rant. That is just my little rant. And on another note, you may remember back in May, I spoke about something to do with Jess, which I didn't want to talk about because she couldn't really talk about it, sort of thing, so I didn't want to open my mouth and say too much. But her and her colleagues had a meeting with the area manager, individual meetings, saying that they were going to be made redundant because of wages going up. The shop was no longer profitable. But this wasn't just their shop, it was their sister shop, which is next door. She works on a retail site. So that was basically 8 people possibly going to be made redundant. And where I live, finding a job is not good. It's not great, to be honest. So they were supposed to find something out by the end of May. And basically they have just messed them about. Supposed to have meetings, then meetings haven't happened. They have had a couple. They wanted suggestions as to what they could do to possibly not have the redundancies happen. So what is supposedly happening now is they are both going into one unit. Both shops, one unit. But that would probably have meant that somebody would not have a job. So it's been a bit stressful. Jessie's manager has been extremely stressed by it. Jess has sort of been a bit, I won't say laid back, because I know that some of the traits that come with her mental health issues have come back. But hopefully now she can settle a little bit. Apparently they do still need to dot the I's and cross the T's, so it's not sort of all sorted yet, but hopefully they will be moving into their new unit in September. And one of the ladies from their sister shop has got another job. She couldn't wait to see what was happening, and I don't blame her. She's the only breadwinner. She's on her own, so she's got another job. And thankfully the other 7 are keeping their jobs. But yeah, I think the way that they've been treated has not been great, messing them about, not telling them what's happening for months. It's difficult, I know, if they can't get something sorted out. But yeah, thankfully she's keeping her job, because even though she still lives at home, she still needs money. We certainly can't keep her, so yeah, I mean, you'll do anything for your kids, but the way everything's going is very, very difficult. But yeah, so hopefully she's still going to have her job. Well, she is going to still have her job unless they suddenly decide that they're not going to do that. But sadly, with the price of fuel and everything, price of petrol and diesel, people don't want to be going to retail parks now, because obviously they have to get in a car and drive. But yeah, so I think I'll leave that there, because otherwise I'll just start ranting again. So that is everything. I think I've covered everything. I'd like to thank everybody who keeps watching me, and thank you for all your lovely comments. And thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to all of you that have been with me for a while. It's always nice to know that people are dropping by and watching me, seeing what I've been up to. I know a lot of you see what I've been up to on Instagram anyway, but that's beside the point. It's nice that you keep coming and watching me, so thank you very much. I will be back in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully, Doubtful I'll have any finishes next time, but you never know. So take care everybody. I hope you're all safe after the heat wave that we've had. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care everybody and stay safe. Bye bye.